today I wanted to elaborate a little bit on grief. I think that because I have my own personal, I know that I have my own personal story and experience and around the death of a loved one, the death of a child. I can speak to that. Like, it's very clear that I've been able to do some things that some people have been able to do and do some things that some people haven't been able to do. But what I wanted to talk about was, I am a transformational coach, and there's just lots of things that I have experienced in life besides the death of my child. And because of that, I wanted to speak to some of those things. So when I talk about grief, I'm not just only talking about the death of a loved one, even though that has been the concentration in most of my videos. I'm also talking about just death, period. Grief takes place in many facets of our life, whether it be, a divorce. That is a reason for you to grieve that other person. Or it's a breakup. It could be a boyfriend or a fiance. That is a reason for you to grieve that other person. And a lot of times, just like when you have the death of an actual human being, people don't understand that, and they don't understand the different phases that you go through. But it could also be something like the death, well, not the death, but the losing of a job. I mean, over these past 2 years, lots of us have lost our jobs, right? Lots of us have been without work, uncertain, not sure how things were going to happen, what was going to happen, where money was going to come from, things of that nature. So grief shows up in many different ways. Some people could say that, the death of like a pet could be a reason, and it not just losing your job, but also getting fired from your job, like that environment, a place that you've been for a significant amount of time, things of that nature. Those things can turn into going through the grief process. The grief process is not just solely, concentrated around the death of a loved one. And a lot of people, honestly, because lots of people don't want to talk about grieving, or they don't want to talk about, the death of something, a lot of people don't even know that there are different phases to going through the death of whatever that might be, whether it be someone that you loved and that you cherished, or your job, your environment. It could also be, the death of a friendship. I mean, those things can be devastating. They can be jarring. Something that you're used to. You're used to talking to this person every day. You're used to going out and doing things, and now you don't anymore. And so I don't want to just concentrate on one particular thing. When I'm talking about grief, I've experienced a lot of the things that we've talked about, that I've talked about today, and I just wanted to put that out there, because I think that a lot of times people don't think of it in that way, but there's a lot of things that we grieve throughout life. Grief is fortunately and unfortunately a part of our lives. And, I say fortunately because if you can move through this thing called life and find acceptance in some of the things that we have to go through, life can be beautiful. One thing that is guaranteed, life is not going to be perfect. And the other thing that's guaranteed is that there's going to be ebbs and flows to life. And I'm just offering you someone to help you move through those ebbs and flows. So that's all I really wanted to say today. Thank you so much for anyone who has scheduled a call with me, who has, gotten in touch with me, sent me DMs, messengers, things of that nature. I love it. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time.